city's coldest, you should know this. I've been rapping like a veteran, not a novice. Different flow when I drop a track.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another prog rock reaction in the form of Ne Obliviscaris, I think is how you pronounce it. That, according to Google, means do not forget in Latin, or forget not. The track itself is called And Plague Flowers the Kaleidoscope, and we are going to opt for the studio version today as opposed to the live. I was really contrasted with this one, guys, because I've seen kind of 50-50 people just saying to do the track, and then the other half of people are saying make sure it's the live version. But the way I just like to do it on the channel is to get a full understanding of the track by listening to it how it was intended to be listened to, like on the radio or produced in the studio, not live, because although the live videos are really cool and they're a little bit more interactive, but from an audio standpoint sometimes it doesn't do it justice. Now I understand bands like Porcupine Tree, who I've done, they did just as good of a job doing the live, so I understand there is certain bands that break that rule, but just for this one, since I don't know this band and I don't know what they're capable of, I'm gonna do the studio version first, which will obviously give them the benefit of the doubt and it'll give them the best chance possible to make their sound as good as possible for me. But yeah, this one's been a request on the channel for quite some time, so yeah, without any further ado, guys, we're gonna jump into this one. It's another prog rock song in prog rock fashion. It's over 11 minutes long, so we've got a bit of listening to do. So if you guys want to throw on your headphones with me and enjoy this one, then please do so. If you do want to see more Ne Obliviscaris, I'm gonna have to come up with some form of like short way of saying that, because it's gonna trip me up when I'm on my rambling, because it's a hard name to say. But yeah, we're gonna jump into this one, guys. Please do drop a like if you do want to see more, sub to the channel if you have not already, and yeah, let's go. They're also from Australia, I forgot to mention that as well. So Carnival is the only other Australian prog rock band that I've covered before. But yeah. so many layers. That's one thing that I haven't actually really experienced much of in this channel in terms of progressive metal, and especially not with any other kind of metal, but another layer to what was already quite a layer genre when it comes to different instrumentals and different elements that they can add in, creating different atmospheres. That violin is such a nice sound. The way I've like tuned my ear to listen to metal now is just different. So when I listen to a track like this, it's very hard to appreciate a lot on the first listen, because I'm trying to, like, without even consciously doing it now, my brain is like breaking down each instrumental and listening to like each part of the song at the same time. And because it's doing that without me even like trying to do that, I can't like listen to the project as a whole until I've listened to it a few times and kind of digested all the different elements that are going into it at that point. Like, I'm hearing how fast the drummer is going with his bass pedal, and then I'm also hearing the new kind of element that we haven't experienced, or I haven't experienced much of, is the violin as well. And then just as I was about to kind of mention that, it went off on a guitar solo as well. And I know people go crazy when you pause on a guitar solo, but no, it's like, again, it's one of these tracks that from my initial 5 minutes of listening to it or so, it sounds like I understand how good these guys are from an instrumental side of things, and how good they are as musicians, but I'm just trying to process the whole thing and get into it as a song and actually like appreciate it as a song, you know, that kind of enjoyment, as opposed to just like hearing the technicalities of it and then being like, oh yeah, very technical, but will I listen to it again? That's obviously the goal with a lot of these tracks, is to like try and find music that I'll go forward with listening to, but this one so far is just so technical that I'm trying to just break it down bit by bit without even trying to do it, you know what I mean, in my head. So maybe it'll just take, I find with a lot of these progressive rock tracks, they either click with me instantly or they start to click with me after a few listens. So it's going to be one that clicks with me after a few listens, or they'll probably switch something up here if they do that could pull me back in and have it clicking with me instantly. So I don't know. Right on cue once again. The curse of the commentator. That drummer. That drummer's going crazy for the whole track. I would have liked to hear a little bit more of that outro groove that we got there, as opposed to the kind of prolonged blast beat at the end with the bass drum. I don't know, I'm not too fond of that that kind of blast beat, the constant. The outro reminded me a lot of Gojira's heavier stuff. They kind of had like the really fast bass pedal, and then it kind of dropped into a real kind of like distorted explosion sound, like, and it sounded like it was going to kick into something else, but it kind of kept that, and then it outroed with the groovier style of progressive metal that I really love, which I would have kind of liked to hear a bit more of that. But I find that was similar to Gojira in the sense that Gojira tend to do that with some tracks, where they start a really like cool sounding riff at the end of their track, and then it's like fading out with that riff. I've had a few experiences with Gojira where I've had tracks like that, and that seemed to be the same, where it was like fading out with a riff that I really liked, and the minute or two before that I didn't really enjoy, like a blast beat or something really just non-stop heavy, you know? Like, just because something's very technical and very hard to do doesn't always mean it's going to appeal to everyone sonically. But I think I just got some form of like curse of the commentator every time I say something. It happens so much in this channel where I call something, like I say, oh, there hasn't been that moment in a track where it's hit me yet, and literally I understand that like I was only halfway into the track, so there's still like 6 minutes left for the track to prove me wrong, but it always seems to happen like a good, like no more than like 20 seconds after I make a comment on something about not loving a part of a track, and then all of a sudden they hit me with some like crazy drop, a guitar riff, or like a real mad drum solo that I really love. So it just happened again in this track. I mean, if you listen to the whole thing and my opinions throughout, you would have seen like that I literally called it, or I even just said that I'm still waiting for something, and it happened in one of my Gojira tracks as well, which was comical, the timing of it. These guys have some of the hardest guitar riffs I have ever heard. Right on cue. Yeah, all in all, a good track. This was my second Australian prog rock band experience. I have reacted to one track from Carnival, which I got requested on my Tool reactions, which are a little bit less known, I would imagine, than these guys, or maybe they're on the same kind of level, because to be honest, the only tracks I've been recommended by Ne Obliviscaris is this track. So but yeah, no, definitely a really fucking good track. There was a lot of cool elements to it. I would have liked to hear a little bit more of the violin towards the end as well. I feel like that kind of faded out in the first quarter of the track, but all in all, really good track. A nice element to it as well, that violin is just different. But yeah guys, that's going to be the video. If you did enjoy, please do drop a like. If you want to see more reactions to Ne Obliviscaris, then do let me know in the comment section down below. I'm sure you guys would like to see the live video. Again, I'm sorry if you wanted to see the live video instead of this one, but I've given this one a chance and I'd happily do it live now if the requests are still there for it. So let me know in the comments, drop a like on this video if you want to see the live version. Let me know if there's any other tracks, or just give me more prog bands to get to, because you know I've been saying it for the last while. I've been just trying to get to as many as possible while we're in this quarantine period. So yeah, that's going to be me guys. Thank you as always for watching. Sub to the channel so you do not miss any further reactions, and yeah, I'm signing out. Take it easy. Cheers.